where division rivals will clash in the AFC.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Rainey to return it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Man open, that's Henry Ruggs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Dumps that off to Ware. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. On second down, it's Ware. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. On 2nd and 9, Fields. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Fields.
Forced out to his left.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hold to avoid the contact.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Ed Oliver that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 82 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, is thinking, if I can get to the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back to throw again.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Finds the open target, Arnold.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this.
And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. From the gun, here's Fields. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level. The quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
2nd and 5. Here's Higgins out on the right side. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Draw play, Etienne. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Second and 6. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Fields going to hold on to it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Ed Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goes to Ware on the screen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On play action, Fields. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's brought down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. There he goes right side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Jags defense now as they head back out there. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18, pushing through the contact. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL.
There you have it. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they run the option on second down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
On second and 9. Fields. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Throwing on third down, Fields. He's going deep for Brown. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Indy. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Fields going to keep it once more. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Rainey to return it.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll leave this for Ware. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete here.
2nd and 10.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Fights through him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Let's go. Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And this play will be blown up. They'll lose
gains yardage back at the 38. 2nd and 11 now. Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's a give to Etienne. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, yeah. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fields going to keep it once more. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now it's Fields. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Azeez Ojulari just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. The kick by Bass is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start the drive with Ware, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever's
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Fields. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Fields. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On second down, a run with Etienne. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Arnold. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Taken from just outside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. It's complete to Brown, right side. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down. To throw is Fields. This will be caught once again by Brown. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to let it fly. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field.
Touchdown, Colts. That's caught. A great effort there. his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Steps away to his left. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's caught by Ware. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, Ware. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they'll run here with Etienne. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down now, Ware. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Etienne. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring out the 4th down. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. And the Jaguars have won the game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree,
pleased with his overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure